All right, welcome back to LAK Sports, and joining me is Mateo Malicious MacFarland. Mateo will be fighting Adrian Brown at PFC 21 on February 28th. So, Mateo, it's a pleasure having you aboard for the first time, and thanks for taking the time.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Hey, no worries. So, how are you, and how are you feeling as you're preparing for another fight and on February 28th?
To be honest, I'm feeling good. I'm getting back to my normal weight. Uh, I feel like this fight will be a little more. I, I'm a little. I want to say I don't want to say I'm overly comfortable, but let's just say I'm comfortable with the scenario.
Yeah, talk about like what is the comfortability? Like what kind of elaborate on that a bit.
Uh, I feel like I know his capability, and no disrespect to anybody he's fought in the past or anything like that, but I got a good jaw. You in? I ain't dropping. Um, and I'm a lot bigger than him. Realistically, even if the chance comes at where he got me on skill level, I'm gonna just bully him then and treat him like a child in the playground.
Yeah, I do want to talk about the fight, but I want to talk a little bit about you here real quick. Malicious, you got the shirt. I mean, you got everything. We were talking before this. What's the story behind the nickname? Did you give it to yourself or did someone give it to you?
No, I guess you'd say my life outside of fighting kind of just comes with my personality. I can occasionally be a little bit of a crasher, so this kind of goes hand in hand.
And what does that mean? What does that nickname mean to you inside the cage as well?
Means I'm gonna have no disregard for your well being when once that door closes. It's pretty much you and me at that point. And I mean, there's always gonna be someone there to save the other person. And when the day comes, if somebody's got that ticket on my job, the power to them. I know same thing around. There'll be somebody there to make sure my face don't get too badly hurt. But that's the last of my worries.
hmm Now, this is going to be obviously like the second time that you're fighting in front of your home crowd, obviously including your last fight. What does that mean for you to be able to do that?
I I do it on the regular, so I mean, it's not. I'm not like I said. It kind of goes with the nickname. I got no problems with expressing myself in any type of environment. So it just fighting in front of people I know is nothing new to me. It just this way I can't get in trouble. It's more or less like a legal way to whoop somebody's ass.
Legally. Yeah, for sure. Uh, like so for you, like, what's for people that don't know to train inside the cage and to fight outside? What's the difference between fighting someone who's a lot more trained and someone who's just coming in to brawl on the street?
I feel like the trained fighter is the safer fight. To be honest with
hmm
you, I got less to worry about. But if me and you get an altercation in the bar and I get the better of you, who's to say that mentally you're there and you're not gonna try and do the same in any way, shape, or form?
hmm
Whereas in the cage, I got somebody there watching both our well beings. So you ain't gotta you can't escalate it to that level where I gotta worry that much.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, rest
mentally,
assured.
I
Sorry, go
mentally
ahead.
I feel like it's a big factor.
For sure, for sure. Well, rest assured, I'm not gonna mess with you at the bar, so it's all good, man. I might have your back actually,
Oh, of
but
course.
but all kidding aside, what has it been like at S1 Fight Team just during this camp, and what or who's been maybe the biggest factor that helps you during these camps?
My number one sparring partner, probably this Bohemian named Ash. He's like a bully too, like me, but he's a lot
hmm
bigger than me. So he helps press me. Um, my coach, Lam, he's pretty I hate to say it like this, but he's fucking annoying. I'm sorry to swear. I don't know if I can swear, but he's
Swear away.
annoying and pressing me to do the stuff I don't like to do and kind of push me out of my comfort level,
hmm
which in return is making me better.
Yeah. Yeah, and I want to talk about this. So, the first fight of 2026, Clearly, things are not where you wanted to be record wise, but that being said, how has prep been maybe different this time? Is there things that you've changed around? I know you talked about at the beginning about feeling more comfortable with this opponent. Is that kind of something another factor that draws in for this fight as well?
Yeah, I think that's a big factor. My last fight, like towards the end of 2025, I was more or less just eager to get active again. I felt more
Hmm.
mentally stable. So it was just
Yeah,
like I was willing to take on anything. And in my mind, I was like, oh, in the bar, I don't get to choose like how big the opponent is. So
yeah.
yeah, sure, I'll take whatever fight you give me. Like weigh-ins, I'm eating Starbucks and like shit like that, trying to make sure that I'm right on point. Just it wasn't like my best performance. And then some of the things that happened in the fight, I'm not gonna give excuses, but a couple things that happened in the fight just made it go the direction it did.
Hmm. For sure, for sure. Now, clearly, your fighters never stop improving. But what do you think since your last fight? What do you think is the biggest self improvement that you really want to show on February 28th?
I think that being back at my own weight category and just a weight I'm comfortable with.
Hmm.
And again, the opponent, it's a huge comfort level when you feel like that confidence in like the fight factor. It's I think those are the biggest key. My bad. I don't even know how to like the biggest key factors in that fight and what's gonna make me shine in it.
And when you look at Adrian Brown, how do you view this matchup? How do you feel about you talked about the comfortability, but how do you feel about the about your opponent overall though?
I, like you want brutal honesty or
Honestly, I prefer it.
I I really don't take him that seriously. Part of me thinks he's a bully that's maybe like cherry picked a lot of his fights, and that's
Hmm.
why he hasn't got the true recognition he has in the industry. I mean, he's been here for a while. We both have been here for a while, don't get me wrong, but he's had more consistent activity than me with less like drive to go somewhere further. Maybe that's personality wise too. Maybe I just like to talk shit and I'm that type of person.
Yeah,
Um, and then you saw me and like I'm in the if you look at the last pictures when he fought Cooper, me and him are directly looking at each other. You can see the drastic size difference.
yeah.
Like it's gonna be like grade 9 initiation. Like, it's I can't see it going. Like my last fight was against a two like this dude was a 200 and whatever weight like bodybuilder that
Yeah.
cracked me as hard as he could in my jaw and he got some counter kicks for it. The only reason like in all honesty, I don't know if you watched the fight, but the only reason it ended is towards the end. Somehow my shorts got touched and my cup moved. And when I was trying to correct my leg, he had just happened to like hip toss me at the same time and felt like I was in a bar mitzvah about to get circumcised, bro.
Yeah.
Because even when he landed on me, I made like the weirdest noise, and that's why there was no blows thrown. Because he looked at me and he knew something was up. And I looked at Jesse and I like there was nothing. Can't even make no excuses. It is what it is. It happened. Whether it be wardrobe malfunction, it is just no fighting through that. I mean,
For
it
sure.
happens.
Well,
So,
for any,
but
well, sorry.
that's the only thing that dropped me in that fight. It wasn't his blows, it wasn't his strength, anything like that. So I doubt Adrian possessing the same power as him.
Well, for anyone that's been hip tossed like that and your cup moves or anything and things collide together, it's not a great feeling. I can tell you that, my friend.
Bill, I was scared as shit for the next couple of days. Yeah. You would have thought I run into a nasty girl at the clubhouse or something. I was scared.
For sure. Uh, so do you feel like hunting for the finish or playing it tactical is a key to victory for this matchup?
No, I'm a bully his ass. I feel like I'm gonna just even like the shit I was talking to him. Like I'm gonna treat this like a
Hmm.
dog fight. Like
Hmm.
you ain't passing the scratch line. I'm gonna come for you, bro. I'm I'm push you against the corner. You ain't bigger than me, so if you end up in that cage, you ain't dropping me. Even if you let off faster than me, more than likely, even if you do let off those blows faster than me, I'm a manhandle you, grip you up, and just lay a couple good ones on the side of your face. That's, that's worst case untactical scenario. That's like I don't get to show off and I just get to be a bully.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Now let's talk a little bit about, modeling yourself. What are maybe some fighters that you've watched or people that you know that you really model your style after in this sport, or do you just implement your own style?
No, Ernesto Hoost. That's probably like one of my idols. I love his low kicks and like that's probably like my number one person I try and fighting style I try and like recreate and replicate.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then if I had to go for aggression, I'd probably say like Melvin Manhoff or something like that. Like
Hmm.
it's a little Mike Tyson, just go off on you. Like,
Nice, nice. Now, clearly, I know you're focused to get the win. Uh, but that being said, but given that you get the win, what would be next on your radar? You talked about wanting to stay busy. That is that kind of the on the radar for 2026, regardless.
yes, I'm hoping. I was talking to Jamie about that last time when we were doing photos. I'm hoping pretty much to hop in on every card that he has because he said he has some consistent cards. I'm probably gonna get in on Mayhem in March, and but as for Jamie, I'm prospect. I'm gonna try and get a belt. We go see where it goes from there. I mean, in the past, I've fought people that have done good for themselves, like Trelawney Kid and like people like that. So uh, I can't see myself having any issues.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, man. I want to keep it like this last part, just like light and fun and just keep it all good. Your nickname malicious. On a scale of 1 to felony, how malicious are we talking on fight night?
I mean, it's legal, right? So we're talking
Yeah, it's
felony.
like,
Like I can't get in trouble. And once the ref stops it, it stops it. Best case scenario is Canada. You got free dental and healthcare.
yeah.
I'm you going out like Jake Paul.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
That's my hope, and I ain't worried about it for myself. He don't possess the power to break my jaw. It's not happening. I've been hit by a hell of a lot bigger and a hell of a lot worse situations. I ain't dropped dead. Just can't see it happening.
Now, be honest. What's more stressful, cutting weight or explain to people what amateur MMA is?
Cutting weight. People don't. Once people hear about MMA, they don't care amateur or pro. They're like pretty much into the nostalgia and like the hype of doing it. And
Yeah.
to be honest, nowadays a lot of people just respect the factor that you're willing to be man enough and like close the door behind the cage. You don't have to be intoxicated in a bar. You're willing to do it sober in front of anybody and everybody.
Yeah.
Whereas cutting weight, there's no excuse for that because the person you're fighting, they're doing the same thing as you. So
It's you. Yeah.
they you
Exactly.
just got to do it and put in the work.
Hmm. Hmm.
That
What's
shit sucks.
Now I gotta ask you, what is maybe one of the dumbest things you've ever eaten after a weight cut, or anything that you kind of regret, I guess?
A shawarma.
And can you talk about this? Is there a story behind it? Like what happened?
Oh, bro, it was horrible. So it was like a long time ago, like back in like I want to say like almost 10 years ago, and it was I wasn't even like really cutting weight at that point. I was just watching my weight and watching what I eat because it was back at when it wasn't same day weigh-ins. It was like the weigh-in and all that were like a week before,
Hmm.
and then you got to rehydrate and do all that shit. So I was more or less trying to eat clean prior, but I was just hungry before a couple hours before the fight, and I went and got this shawarma, and I was not trying to have one of those YouTube moments, bro. I can't even lie, I didn't fight that night because I was not trying. You ever seen that YouTube video where the fat dude shits himself.
I want to say I probably have, yeah.
I was not trying to have one of those moments. I did not care what I looked like. I was not shitting myself if I took a good gut shot. That's probably the biggest regret I've ever had. Eating that shitty shawarma from a, yeah.
Fair enough. And now here's more food questions for you. Would you do pizza or burgers?
I hate both, so I'd probably say I'd probably say a pizza just because there's more variety. Actually, no, a burger. At
Okay.
least I could be a little exotic. See me with some wagyu or some elk or something.
There you go. Music in camp or silence?
Music all the way.
Hmm.
See me with some salsa music or something like that, just in my zone, trying to get a good flow on, have fun with it. And because my like number one sparring partner is just a bully like me, and he's a lot
Yeah.
bigger, I have to kind of be in my zone just to like not him get my mental, not let him get my mental. So yeah, music all the way.
Would you coffee or energy drinks?
Neither,
You don't need it, eh?
neither. I can't. The coffee, I just don't like the taste, and the energy drinks, I feel like they're addictive. So
Okay.
more or less just my water, my protein shake, and like juice every now and then. Like if my protein gets boring, I'll like make a smoothie with it or something like that. But other than that, yeah, I try to avoid the unnecessary sugars and shit because I pack on weight easy. So
Hmm.
who wants to cause extra work for themselves?
For sure. No, I can't agree more. Now, last one, Netflix or YouTube video foods? Or excuse me. Let me ask you that again. Netflix
Video-
or YouTube food videos?
YouTube food videos. All the way. The foreign ones though, where you see them like the one dude with the bandana, the ginger dude traveling around, they like stuff like that. People trying new stuff. I always joke I'm the last person you want to be in a plane crash with. Somebody's losing a thigh. If I can find some sort of way to make a sauce and some seasoning and a fire, I'm surviving.
That's awesome. Well, man, I told you at the beginning, the floor is yours. Shows or sponsors do you want? The floor is yours, man.
I gotta, still working on the sponsors. I'm gonna shout out my coach though, Coach Lem. Um, Tiger Auto Sales, actually, that's probably my number one sponsor because they always support me no matter what I do. And Space Cake, actually, that's another number one sponsor because ain't nothing like coming home and being able to relax after a long ass training session.
Awesome, awesome. Well, man, good luck on February 28th. It was a pleasure to have you on for the first time, Mateo. It was nice. It was fun chatting with you, and like I said, hopefully we'll get to talk again sometime, and maybe I'll see you at the event. So good luck
I was
on.
gonna say, you coming to the events?
I might. There's a baby, so I might see you there.
What
If
you mean? I
not,
got your ticket. I got tickets. I'll just give you a ticket. I got your ticket. Come watch me whoop some ass, and then we can do a little on the floor interview afterwards. We'll see.
all
We'll do
right,
it right in front of. We'll do it right in front of the EMS too. When
awesome.
they call it carrying him out, I'll make sure I pull you in the cage, and we'll do a little something.
All right, yeah, we'll do it, man. So, like I said, though, I'll let you go here. I know you got a fight to prepare for, so good luck on fight night, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you there.